Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the pressures of college life? College students face many challenges in day-to-day life, such as adapting to school and work schedules, managing finances, and developing new relationships. It's common to have occasional feelings of sadness and anxiety when dealing with these stressors. However, persistent sadness and anxiety that affect daily activity may be signs of depression. Many people experience their first symptoms of depression in their college years. As college students, we should be able to identify the signs of depression and also know how to seek help when needed. I currently work as a behavioral health nurse treating patients with depression and other mental illness. I've had specialized training and recently researched depression in college students. The onset of depression in college students is very common. However, many students do not recognize the symptoms, nor do they seek treatment. Understanding depression, being able to recognize the signs and symptoms, and knowing how to get help are all important factors that college students should know. In order to understand the importance of seeking treatment, we first have to understand depression and how it can affect college students. What is depression? And what are some of the complications related to college students? Depression is a serious medical condition in which a person feels sad, hopeless, unimportant, and often unable to live in a normal way. According to the MayoClinic.org, depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Depression isn't something that you can just snap out of. It's not a weakness or even a case of the blues. Depression affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to a variety of physical and emotional problems. The good news is that depression is treatable. People with depression who seek proper treatment normally feel much better and are able to generally live happy lives. Medication and psychological counseling are some of the treatments that benefit people living with clinical depression. Depression is an epidemic among college students. There are many alarming statistics listed in an online article at healthline.com. 44% of American college students report having symptoms of depression, and 75% do not seek help for their mental health problems. In a survey conducted by the American College Health Association in 2011, 30% of college students reported feeling so depressed that it was difficult to function at some point during that year. Depression can affect your academic performance, and it's one of the main reasons that students drop out of college. If untreated, depression in college students can lead to serious complications, including suicide. The National Institute of Mental Health reports that depression is a major risk factor in suicide. According to the Centers for Disease Control, suicide is the third leading cause of death in young adults between the ages of 15 and 24. Now that we understand more about the complications associated with depression in college students, let's find out how to identify and recognize the symptoms. Although depression may occur only one time in a person's life, it's more likely to occur in multiple episodes. During these episodes, symptoms will occur most of the day and nearly every day. Symptoms can vary widely, but here are some of the common signs to look for. Sadness, anxiety, feeling hopeless or empty, feeling irritable, worthless, or feelings of guilt. Additional signs include loss of interest in activities, inadequate sleep patterns, problems concentrating, and difficulty making decisions. Changes in appetite, unexplained physical problems, and frequent thoughts of death or suicide are some of the more serious symptoms. Recognizing the symptoms is the first step. Now let's talk about how to get treatment. If you or someone you know has signs and symptoms of depression, there are things that you can do to help. If you suspect that a friend may have depression, you should offer support and understanding. You can also encourage them to make an appointment with their family doctor or to go to the college campus health clinic. If you feel that you may be suffering from depression, it's important to realize that those feelings are part of the illness. Contact your family doctor or go to the college health clinic for an exam and screening. The Student Health Center at Lamar University offers confidential screening, counseling, and other services for students currently enrolled at Lamar. There is a licensed mental health professional available by appointment for individual sessions. They work closely with the medical staff at the Student Health Center in the event that there's a student that may need to discuss medication options. So, as you see, there are many treatment options and available resources for college students that are suffering with depression. Many people experience their first signs and symptoms of depression during college, but very few seek treatment. I'm asking each of you to be able to identify the signs and symptoms of depression and seek treatment if needed. Understanding depression as a mental illness, being able to recognize the signs and symptoms, and getting treatment when needed can make all the difference. In closing, if you or someone you know may be suffering from depression, please don't hesitate to seek the proper treatment and support needed. College students are the leaders of our future. Each and every student deserves the chance to have a happy, long, and productive life.